What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're gonna check out how to hit excellent throws every single time on Regigigas in Pokemon Go to make sure that when you see a good one, you are going to be able to catch it. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, did you get your EX passes for this week, and are you scheduled to get them next week? Because I want you guys to start focusing as much as you possibly can on EX passes. Get these Regigigas because it maxes out pretty high. I like the Pokemon. We're definitely going to be doing a best of the best, right? So if you guys want to check that out, you can check it out up here. But that is going to be the focus. Maximize on Regigigas in Pokemon Go because it's going to be lucrative. It's fun. It gets Giga Impact, which is a beast move that I suggest that you guys stack up on. So let's get into it right now. We're going to do excellent throws. Starting off, we actually want to know the 100% IVs, right? So I'm going to give you a quick 100% IVs. Then we're going to check out the how to set the ball, the timing, how far it is, and then I'm gonna get to up close and personal, how to hit these excellent throws every single time for you guys. So the 100% IVs are gonna be 2483 for level 20 non-weather boost, and then boosted under partly cloudy because it is a normal Pokemon. We are looking at 3104. So if you guys do want the complete counter guide, I definitely suggest you guys check that out. Make sure you're picking the best Pokemon to help you take down Regigigas fast to give you some more Pokeballs because the timing is a little bit dicey. So now we're gonna check out the excellent throws. I'm gonna give you the top 3 strategies before we start breaking it down up close. Number 1, you need to know how to set the circle. So we're gonna push down on the ball in the dock and we're gonna watch the circle go from big to small, and it's gonna keep cycling. As soon as Regigigas starts doing the attack, I suggest that you guys watch the attack, observe where in the Pokemon animation it is and where the circle starts to pop back up because that is crucial to hitting these. The goal here is to pick the ball up after the attack starts and throw it before, into timely manner, the attack is finished. And if done properly with the right amount of throw, with the right amount of consistency, you're gonna hit excellent throws every time to make sure you catch it. So we're obviously gonna choose, do we want a decent sized great throw? Do we want a smaller one? Or do we wanna get even smaller? And I suggest doing excellent throws because it really increases your chances. And this is how we catch these Pokemon raid bosses as much as possible. It's not a really far back Pokemon, but it's not really close. The really big circle makes it seem like a really, really close Pokemon, but it's actually a little bit further back because Regigigas is quite a big Pokemon in general, right? So we want to get down the timing, and then we're basically going to release it as the attack is finishing before the circle pops up, because there's one issue here. So let's say you do everything right. You pick the ball up after he starts attacking, you're holding onto it and spinning it, or maybe just one big spin depending on who you are and what you like to do, and you release it after the circle pops back up. The circle size is going to start resizing, and then when you throw it, you'll probably get like a big, nice throw. That's what we're trying to avoid. That's why you have to study the attack, get down the quick spin, and then release the ball to get those excellent throws every single time. And then the consistency is key, making sure to do it over and over and over again. That's gonna help you master it. So now let's break it down up close, really slow motion with these circles and the highlights to make sure you guys know how to hit these excellent throws every single time for Regigigas. Let's do it. Up close, guys, here we go. We're gonna do Regigigas excellent throws. First thing we do, as always, is hold down on the ball, which is called setting the circle. We're gonna go ahead and study the attacks. We're gonna watch the attack. We're gonna watch how long it disappears for. And right here is about the biggest great throw that you can get. And if we go a little bit smaller, we're gonna go about the smallest great throw that you can get before we get into the excellent throw range, which is going to be about here. So this is going to be out the biggest excellent throw that we can possibly get. And if we go ahead and make it go a little bit smaller, we can get pretty small excellent throw, which is not necessary, but this is about the smallest excellent throw that you can get right there. So we keep watching the attack. We want to watch how long the circle is going to disappear for. And then once we get this down, I do it a couple times. I really get familiar with it because then my brain's going to start remembering it, right? So here's the attack one more time in slow motion so you guys can check it out. Boom, right there. That is when he is going to attack, and the circle appears when his arm is still forward. We're going to check it out one more time. Boom, and then it appears as soon as he's done, and he's still stepping back as that's happening. So here we go. Excellent throws every single time. Regigigas, let's start breaking it down. Slower motion so you guys can really start getting what is going on here. That's how I do it. Some people only do one full spin with the curveball. Some people do 2 full spins, but the point is to make sure that you do it exactly how you want to do it, but you kind of take these principles that I'm talking here. So slow motion right there. You notice his arm is fully extended forward. He's stepping backward and boom, we hit it. And it's about to do a second attack right there. So that's perfect timing. I could go a little bit earlier, but honestly, it feels so weird going so early with the attack, like almost still feeling like it's going in motion as this is happening, right? So This is the excellent throw. We're going to do it with the circles, and now we're going to start breaking it down and pausing it so you guys can see each and every step right here. So I notice the attack's going, so I'm going to go ahead and put my finger on the ball, and then I pick up, right? So this is about the top of the first circle. Notice where the Regigigas is in the background and what's happening with the attack, right? Then here's about the second circle, and it does happen quite rapidly, right? The Regigigas already has his hand forward, so I'm already almost thinking throw right now. Like that right there might have been an okay throw. It would have hit exactly when the circle popped back up, but that probably would have been perfect. But just to be safe, I do one more full, and you notice the ball starts going deep and down into the bottom left-hand corner before I'm going to go ahead and pull it up into the top right. And this is about where the release point is, because like I said, don't get deceived by the really big circle. Look where the hand is. It's right in the front of the screen, and there it goes. And then Regigigas is actually pretty far back. It just looks really big based on the size of the Pokemon, guys. The Pokemon's really big, but the distance is pretty much like Mewtwo with a little bit bigger of a circle. So here we go. Full speed all the way. It's going to go right there, and then we're going to check it out in fast motion, guys. It's going to speed up quite frequently, right? Like it's going to be pretty fast. Check this out right there. That's real fast time. That is just absolutely 100% regular speed right there. And then I'm going to flip it for you guys. I know the attack is a little bit backwards, but for everybody that throws lefty and throws with a clockwise spin to their ball, that's what it's going to look like. And just take the timing of the attack from the first one. And if you guys want to go ahead and break it down here, I'm going to do it one more time with the circles so you guys can kind of see what's going on. And then release right there. Obviously the Pokemon's reflected, but that's basically how it's going to go. Just remember from the attack from the first one. So that's how you do it, guys. Make sure to take your time. Make sure to have everything lined up. Make sure to have your golden raspberry stacked. And if it's not a good one, maybe you could consider using a pineapple berry. I haven't done it yet, but it did seem a little bit more difficult than the Mewtwo was when the EX raid started, or when this Mewtwo came back, because I was able to pineapple it, and it took actually a decent amount of balls. As you'll see at the end of the video, I'm going to put the entire catch sequence up so you guys can check that out. But now let's check out the berries and the curveballs and the circle sizes and see how it affects how you're catching Regigigas in Pokemon Go, and what is going to be the best chances for you to catch them and do excellent throws, actually make that big of a difference. Let's check that out right now. So if we start at the very top with a normal throw, nothing onto it, it is a 2.17%. So I just wanted to make a quick note here that the pineapple berry is the exact same as using no berry, because it does not have an increased catch rate bonus as do other berries. So the raspberry is a 1.5 times multiplier, the golden raspberry is a 2.5 times multiplier, and the silver pineapple, which is a newer berry, is a 1.8 times multiplier. So it is in between, not directly in between, but a little bit increased from a raspberry, definitely decreased from a golden raspberry, but then you also get the double candy. So this is one thing that you may want to take into account. If you really don't like the Pokemon, you may want to go with a regular pineapple berry, but that's literally like using no berry. So if you did a normal with no curve, it's a 2%, but you can get it all the way up to a 6.67%, which is not all that good. However, the silver pineapple berry will bump you up. It is the better option, but note that you will be using a lot of silver pineapple berries on the legendaries. If we then add a berry, a raspberry, and let's say we were to do a great throw with a curveball, we now have 8%. However, if you notice, the top left is going to be the least percentage chance of catching it. All the way to the bottom right is going to be the most chance. So the ultimate thing you can possibly do, that's why I teach you these excellent throws, is golden raspberry, curveball, excellent throw, because it's going to make the biggest difference. It's going to go from a top left 2.17% all the way to the bottom right of a 15.85%, almost 16%, which is absolutely mind-blowing, the difference, because you do this every single time. I'm telling you, you guys think like, oh, I caught it on a bunk throw, like, but all the bunk throws you're not always going to catch it on. That could have just been like a glitch that like, hey, I didn't hit it, but I had a golden raspberry, right? I threw a curveball, so I'm at an 8.9%. That's pretty good compared to doing nothing with no berry at a 2.17%. So just with the golden raspberry and only a curveball, you're getting an 8.9%. But if you increase it and you add that extra 6%, which I would obviously recommend because that's why I make these videos, but if you do a raspberry with a curveball and an excellent throw, you are going to be at a 10%, but look at this, golden raspberry with a great throw. This is why I recommend great throws are better than not hitting any excellent throws, because now you're at a 13% chance. It's only a 2% differential. And even if you just do a nice throw with a curveball and a golden raspberry, you're at 10%, which is higher than using a regular raspberry with an excellent throw. So it is absolutely crucial that golden raspberry and even hitting just a nice throw or a great throw or an excellent throw with that curveball. That's why if you want to check out how to throw a curveball video, you don't know how to do it, it really significantly helps out your chances. If you notice here, it's over a 50% increase when you are using that curveball. That's why I do this for you guys. Hit those excellent throws, be consistent as possible, look out for those 100% IVs and have as much fun as possible, and check out the best of the best to weigh in. Is it going to be a thing that you want to lucky trade to power up? We are now going to check out my full sequence of the excellent throws on Regigigas, and then I'm going to leave you. So let's check it out right now.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
I know that you guys can hit excellent throws every time. I know you're gonna get down the timing. I know that you're mastering the curveballs. If you do need to know how to curveball, make sure to check out my video. It's definitely gonna help you out. So thank you guys for tuning in, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and Patreon members for taking their subscriptions to the next level. And of course, have as much fun as possible. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I just wanna take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.